Jo Leute und willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Back to the Future. Wir fahren einfach mal weiter und ich bin heute sowas von scheiße drauf, weil ich sowas von müde bin. Yeah!
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Oops.
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
We're a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
What do you know about Arthur McFly?
Certified accountant. Graduated Hill Valley 5 classes ahead of me. Seems like a nice fellow, actually.
How did he get mixed up with a guy like Kid Tannen?
Who knows? Sometimes people find themselves stuck in situations they can't get out of.
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right. This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You, of all people, should know that.
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know, gas maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. My name isn't...
Harry Callahan!
Yeah!
Okay. Emmett braucht Alkohol für seinen Raketenbohrer. Wo finden wir Alkohol? Keine Ahnung, warte, wir befragen diese Edna erstmal.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh, who?
The orphanage.
My, how those little ragamuffins can eat. All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Okay. Das ist wohl ein bisschen schief gelaufen. Aber wir werden einfach mal nochmal rüber zum Gefängnis jetzt gehen. Also zum Doktor. Keine Ahnung, wer er heißt. Und dann werden wir mal gucken, ob der noch was zu sagen hat. So. Und wie gesagt, ich bin heute sehr schlecht drauf, da ich sehr müde bin, weil ich gestern bis 3 Uhr aufgewacht bin und dann heute sehr früh aufstehen musste. Aber wenn ich zu dumm bin, dann habe ich mir das selber zu schreiben.
Psst, Doc.
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Well, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand the teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
Nein.
Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Well, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand the teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
Is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Scheiße. Ja. So. Ups. Geht doch.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
Usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Heidi almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I'm here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
Okay. Die hatten wir alle schon.
Hang in there, Doc.
Das hatten wir nämlich schon in den, ich glaube, letzte Folge oder vorletzte Folge. Aber es war nicht die erste, es war die zweite oder die dritte. Ich glaube, es war die zweite. Da hatten wir diese ganzen Fragen schon geklärt. Wenn ihr die noch nicht gesehen habt, dann guckt doch mal rein. Erstmal Werbung machen für meine neuen Folgen. Nee. Ich bin auch im Bettler, ne? Kommt jetzt irgendwas? Ah.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup? Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
Ah, I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
Können wir jetzt vielleicht da durch? Ein Grafikfehler. Nice.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
The kitchen?
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Hä, kann ich jetzt nicht irgendwie der Polizei melden oder so?
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Could I have a bowl of soup?
We're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
Ich glaube, es ist nicht so lecker.
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried... Parsley? It might help to, complement the mellow flavor of the cabbage.
Compliment the mellow... What are you talking about?
Trust me.
You might be onto something, kid. Let me see what I got.
So. Ich habe gerade eben gesehen, dass dieser Emmett jetzt auch da ist.
Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't gonna let us do an experiment on their barrels.
No, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety. Right. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
Okay, der arbeitet da jetzt. Eine Aufschrift stand da gerade. Küchentür. Ein Typ. Ja. Lol, okay, was jetzt? Alles klar. Nils chillt ein bisschen sein Live. Probieren wir jetzt nochmal die Suppe. Warte.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Why is the soup in a barrel?
'Cause it's hard to ladle off the floor?
Schmeckt immer noch nicht.
Okay, I've got some more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried
Petersilie haben wir schon. Chili-Pulver.
giving the soup a little heat, maybe?
Why, is it getting cold?
No, I mean like chili powder. Muy caliente.
Oh, bit of a tough guy, huh? Actually, I like it spicy too, but it's gotta be edible for the common folks.
Come on, a little dash isn't gonna kill anyone.
Ah, heck. You got moxie, kid. Let's spice it up a bit, shall we?
Geht doch. So. Okay, der macht da mit dem Chili-Pulver bisschen rum. Da haben wir noch ein Schild. Tische. Was können wir denn mit den Tischen machen? Können wir Fässer mit Suppe. Okay, egal. Ich will jetzt erstmal bei der Aufschrift. Hier Aufschrift.
Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands.
Okay, hat sich super gelohnt. Ah, der ist fertig mit dem Dings hier, Paprikapulver. Gut. Dann werden wir jetzt nochmal probieren.
What is it, kid?
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Geht doch. Und jetzt will ich noch mal kurz essen. Das. Ich wette, das schmeckt ihm wieder nicht. Ne, das schmeckt ihm wieder nicht. Ich denke mal, dass wir die Suppe.
Eureka!
Was? Ich denke mal, wir müssen hier die Suppe machen und dann wird der uns vielleicht als Geschenk irgendwie reinlassen. Keine Ahnung, das kann ja gut sein.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
Es führt in den Keller. Nein, nicht die Schwingtür. Die bringt uns eh nur Ärger. Okay, er ist fertig. Ich habe gerade gesehen, dass die Tür offen ist. Das heißt, er müsste fertig sein mit seiner Erfindung da. Und die schmeckt immer noch nicht.
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Gut. So, da können wir jetzt hier die Erfindung.
I hope Doc Jr.'s thingamabob holds out. I hope Doc Jr.'s thingamabob holds out. Pretty neat, Doc. Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
Soll ich ihm das jetzt? Ich sag's ihm jetzt einfach.
Emmett.
Yes?
Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Den Typ.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Der ist fertig. Das heißt, bei dem können wir jetzt auch mal was holen.
I still think the soup needs more flavor. Okay. Hey, never mind.
Ich würde sagen, das war's mit der heutigen Folge. Ich bin sehr müde, deswegen machen wir heute nur, in Klammern nur 20 Minuten. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag und dann würde ich sagen, ciao.